Chess is war over the board. As Bobby Fischer used to say, the object of the game is to crush the opponent's mind. You can only get good at chess if you love the game. So, let me share my passion with you. Each chess piece has its own style of moving. The king moves one square in any direction. The rule of opposition refers to a situation when two kings face each other. If you want to gain opposition from distance, you have to imagine a rectangle connecting both kings with 4 corner points of the same color, and place your king on one of these squares. The rook moves horizontally or vertically through unoccupied squares. Rooks are most powerful in the endgame when they can move unobstructed by pawns and control a large number of squares. The rook is a very powerful piece to deliver checkmate. The rook also participates with the king in a special move called castling. The knight's move is unusual among chess pieces. It looks like the letter L. Unlike all other chess pieces, the knight can jump over other pieces. This ability means that the knight tends to be most powerful in closed positions. Because of its move pattern, it is especially well suited for executing a double attack called fork. The bishop moves diagonally through unoccupied squares. This ability means that bishops tend to be most powerful in open positions. As a consequence of its diagonal movement, the bishop can effectively execute a pin, as well as a double attack, called fork. The queen is the most powerful piece in the game of chess. As the queen has the largest range and mobility, queen and king versus lone king is an easy win. Normally, a pawn moves one square forward. But the first time a pawn is moved, it has the option of advancing 2 squares. Once a weakness in the pawn structure is created, such as isolated, doubled or backward pawns and holes, it is usually permanent, and thus largely determines the strategic nature of the game.